Ronald William Howard is an American director, producer, screenwriter, and actor. Howard started his career as a child actor before transitioning to directing films. Over his 6-decade career, Howard has received 2 Academy Awards, 4 Emmy Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and a Grammy Award. He was awarded the National Medal of Arts in 2003 and was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame in 2013. Howard has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for his contributions in film and television. Howard first came to prominence as a child actor, guest starring in several television series, including an episode of The Twilight Zone. He gained national attention for playing young Opie Taylor, the son of Sheriff Andy Taylor, played by Andy Griffith, in the sitcom The Andy Griffith Show from 1960 through 1968. During this time, he also appeared in the musical film The Music Man, 1962, a critical and commercial success. He was credited as Ronnie Howard in his film and television appearances from 1959 to 1973. Howard was cast in one of the lead roles in the influential coming-of-age film American Graffiti, 1973, and became a household name for playing Richie Cunningham in the sitcom Happy Days. He starred alongside Lee Marvin in 1974 in The Spikes Gang and played the second lead in John Wayne's final film, The Shootist. In 1980, Howard left Happy Days to focus on directing, producing and sometimes writing a variety of films and television series. His films included the comedies Night Shift, 1982, Splash and Cocoon, 1985, as well as the fantasy Willow, the thriller Backdraft, 1991, and the newspaper comedy drama film The Paper. Howard went on to win the Academy Award for Best Director and Academy Award for Best Picture for A Beautiful Mind, 2001, and was nominated again for the same awards for Frost/Nixon. Howard also directed other historical dramas such as Apollo 13, 1995, Cinderella Man, Rush, 2013, In the Heart of the Sea, 2015, and 13 Lives. He also directed the children's fantasy film How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 2000, the comedy The Dilemma, 2011, and Solo, a Star Wars story, as well as the Robert Langdon film series, The Da Vinci Code, 2006, Angels and Demons, Inferno, 2016. Howard has gained recognition for directing numerous documentary films such as The Beatles, 8 Days a Week, Pavarotti, 2019, and We Feed People, 2022. Ron Howard was born on March 1, 1954, in Duncan, Oklahoma, the elder son of Jean Spiegel, an actress, and Rance Howard, a director, writer, and actor. He is of German, English, Scottish, Irish, and Dutch ancestry. His father was born with the surname Beckenholt and took the stage name Howard in 1948 for his acting career. Rance Howard was serving 3 years in the United States Air Force at the time of Ron's birth. Howard was tutored at Desilu Studios in his younger years but continued his schooling at Robert Louis Stevenson Elementary and David Starr Jordan Junior High when not working in television, eventually graduating from John Burroughs High School. He later attended the University of Southern California's School of Cinematic Arts but did not graduate. Howard has said he knew from a young age he might want to go into directing, thanks to his early experience as an actor. In 1959, Howard had his first credited film role in The Journey. He appeared in June Allison's CBS anthology series The DuPont Show with June Allison in the episode Child Lost, in the Twilight Zone episode Walking Distance, a few episodes of the first season of the sitcom Dennis the Menace, as Stuart, one of Dennis's friends, and several first and second season episodes of The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Howard played Timmy, uncredited, in Counterfeit Gun, Season 4, Episode 2 of the TV series, The Cheyenne Show. In 1960, Howard was cast as Opie Taylor in The Andy Griffith Show. Credited as Ronnie Howard, he portrayed the son of the main character, played by Andy Griffith, for all 8 seasons of the show. Recalling his experiences as a child actor on set, he commented, "I was 5 years old, and I was preoccupied with the prop that was in my hand, because it was a toy turtle. But I had to pretend it was a real turtle that the audience just wasn't seeing, and it was dead, so I was supposed to be crying and very emotional. And I remember him looking at that little turtle and talking to me about how it was kind of funny to have to pretend that was dead. So I recall just a very relaxed first impression." The sitcom was known for its old-fashioned wholesome quality. Even though it was set in a contemporary time period, it evoked a mood of a different era from that of the 1960s. The series also starred Don Knotts, Frances Bavier, and Jim Nabors. It received numerous nominations for the Primetime Emmy Awards, including 3 Outstanding Comedy Series nominations, which it lost to The Jack Benny Show in 1961, The Bob Newhart Show in 1962, and The Monkees in 1967. A role in an installment of series Love, American Style, titled Love and the television set, led to his being cast as Richie Cunningham in the TV series Happy Days. For syndication, the segment was retitled Love and the Happy Days. Beginning in 1974, he played the likable button-down boy, in contrast to Henry Winkler's greaser Arthur Fonzie, the Fonz Fonzarelli. On the Happy Days set, he developed an on- and off-screen chemistry with Winkler. Howard left Happy Days to become a film director just before the start of its 8th season in 1980, but returned for guest appearances in the show's 11th season, 1983 to 1984. In the 1962 film version of The Music Man, Howard played Winthrop Peru, the child with the lisp. The film starred Robert Preston, Shirley Jones, and Buddy Hackett. The film was based on the 1957 musical of the same name by Meredith Willson. The film was directed by Morton DaCosta, who previously helmed the 1958 film Anti-Mame starring Rosalind Russell. The film was a critical and commercial success, becoming the third highest-grossing film of that year. The film went on to receive 6 Academy Award nominations, including for Best Picture. He also starred in the 1963 film The Courtship of Eddie's Father with Glenn Ford and Jones. He guest starred as Tommy in the 12th episode of the first season of The Big Valley, and he appeared as Barry Stewart on The 11th Hour in 1965, on I Spy in the 1966 episode Little Boy Lost, as Henry Fonda's son in an ABC series, The Smith Family, in 1968, as Joda in Land of the Giants in 1969, as a boy whose father was shot on Daniel Boone in 1971-72, and as an underage Marine on MASH in the episode Sometimes You Hear the Bullet in 1973. In the 1970s, he appeared in at least one episode of The Bold Ones, as a teenage tennis player with an illness. Howard appeared on the 1969 Disneyland Records album The Story and Song from the Haunted Mansion. It featured the story of 2 teenagers, Mike Howard and Karen Roby Lester, who get trapped inside the haunted mansion. Thurl Ravenscroft plays the narrator, Pete Reendate plays the ghost host, and Eleanor Audley plays Madame Liotta. Some of the effects and ideas that were planned but never permanently made it to the attraction are mentioned here. The Raven speaks in the stretching room, and the Hatbox Ghost is mentioned during the attic scene. It was reissued in 1998 as a cassette tape titled A Spooky Night in Disney's Haunted Mansion and on CD in 2009. Howard played Steve Bolander in George Lucas' coming-of-age film American Graffiti in 1973, which was the inspiration for the sitcom Happy Days starring Howard. Howard starred in the film alongside Richard Dreyfuss, Charles Martin Smith, and Harrison Ford. Critic Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times praised the film in his 4-star review, writing, "American Graffiti is not only a great movie but a brilliant work of historical fiction. No sociological treatise could duplicate the movie's success in remembering exactly how it was to be alive at that cultural instant." Howard reprised his role in the sequel More American Graffiti. In 1974, Howard guest starred as Seth Turner, the best friend of Jason Walton, John Walmsley, in the Waltons episode, The Gift. Featured in the cast as Dr. McIvers is Ron Howard's father, Rance Howard. In 1976, Howard starred alongside John Wayne and Lauren Bacall in Don Siegel's The Shootist, the story of a Western gunfighter dying of cancer. Well guys, what are your thoughts? Do tell us. Thanks for watching.